The day I retired, I thought I'd feel free. I'm sure you thought the same thing, but instead, everything seemed to change. My purpose, my routines, my friendships, everything was gone overnight. And I felt lost and confused, and I was surprised that no one warned me about this. That's why today I'm going to share with you 17 invisible losses no one talks to you about. I really want you to think through these. Maybe they all won't resonate with you, but they all certainly resonated with me, and I wanted to share them with you today. The first 3 months after I retired, I can't even tell you how I felt. I retired in kind of what I would say a wonky way. My company merged with a fierce competitor. I was a senior level executive. There weren't many women at the other organization. Wasn't really sure how everybody was going to blend and fit. If you've been through a merger and acquisition, you know what I'm talking about. So when I retired, it was my choice, my decision, ready to go, thought I was ready to go, but what I really was, I was financially ready to go. But no one had ever talked to me about the mindset of being ready to go. No one had talked to me about the things that I would slowly lose that I valued so much. Things that I mentioned before, my purpose, my routine, and my friendships, my structure, my wins, my title, my, leading my teams, everything changed. And if you feel that way too, let's talk about it for a minute. Let me tell you why I think people get this wrong. People overestimate, and I know I overestimated during my career how much that career defined me. I will tell you, I only had a company email from 1987 until the year 2000. I had one email. Everything I had went to the company email. Now, I know that's not protocol today because there's Gmail and AOL and Hotmail and all these other things. But at the time, all I had was my corporate email. Even my email tagline defined me. The other thing, I think people confuse in this stage after you retire. I think people really confuse freedom with fulfillment. And they're definitely not the same thing. Let me know and drop a note below if you know what I'm talking about. Freedom doesn't necessarily equal fulfillment without energy, time, and intention. And I didn't know that I had to put energy, time, and intention into that fulfillment. I kind of thought I'm retired, I have all this free time, it's just going to come to me. And the last thing I would say is Mark and I have recently coined a phrase called retirement drift. And no one ever talked to me about this idea, this drift, this blur. The idea that you could lose days or weeks without even realizing it. So let's frame this in a new perspective. Retirement is not the finish line. I'm sure you've heard that before. It's really your launching pad. It's the time for you to have a season of reinvention. And I know for us women who are graduating, us women who are retiring from big corporate careers, we are the first generation of our time to retire with our own money. That should empower us into this launch pad. We should be designing what we want to do. That's the first new perspective I'd like you to think about. The second thing is new identities are needed. And it's not just a new activity, it's a full new identity. Really sitting back and thinking, like, who do I want to be for the next 20 or 30 years? My life has changed since I last thought about this. Out of college, I graduated with an economics degree, and a finance minor. I went back for further training. I did some executive MBA work. I did all the things that was driving me towards the one thing that I did in my career, managing leading companies in a financial services arena. So I kind of had that identity. I kind of knew what my activities would be in order to grow and be successful there. So it's been a long time since I thought to myself, what are my activities that I need to do? What do I need to bring into my life to grow and develop into the person I want to be for the next 20 to 30 years? Let's get to the takeaways. All right, so I'm 5 minutes in and really want to get 17 takeaways done for you guys today. So it's going to be kind of rapid fire because I don't want to keep you too long. However, number one, the title, what do you do? That question kind of loses its punch, absolutely loses its punch in retirement. And I'll tell you why. because you don't want to be a person that goes back and says, well, here's what I used to do. I used to be a senior level executive. I used to manage teams. You just don't want to be that person. So as that loses its punch, conversations start to feel awkward, right? So again, this is one of those things that slips away, 17 things that slip away that no one's told you about.